Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mentor and the Student.
I'm Mackenzie.
I'm Michal, and we're going to be talking to you about process of living and living a full and meaningful life, I believe. And the way that we do it is through clearing work, using meditation as a modality, and many other things, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap it up into words. It just
Yeah.
doesn't do it justice sometimes.
But in this series, Mackenzie is going to ask me questions, and then hopefully we'll get through a process together of answering. And well, we just have to go. It's really kind of flows out and goes with the flow, and things just open up and happen as much as the people will open to me.
Yeah, I want to be open today, so let's see where that goes. I guess we could start first with how to really open your heart and let go. And I know it all takes time. It's one thing that you've taught me, that it takes time and patience. But like what does the process really consist of? What are like the main things you need to do in order to let go?
The main thing is you need to trust. Okay, so first you need to trust the universe. You need to trust your higher self. You need to trust your mentor. And you need to trust the universe that everything isn't coming at you, but coming for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So a lot of times we take things on and like, oh, that happened to me and that happened to me and that happened. And it's like not for a negative, it's actually to teach you. And if you can get the learning from it, you don't have to do it again. Okay. So you ever notice that we have a secular lifestyle? It's like, I've already done this. I already dated the same guy, just a different name. And all these things happen in a secular motion where it's like, didn't I do this already? You feel like, what is it called, Groundhog's Day?
Or the butterfly effect, or wait, no, that's going back and changing things. Yes, I think it is a Groundhog.
Groundhog Day, because every time he comes back up, and
it's
goes
the
right
same
back
thing,
down.
Same day, over and over and over. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is break that cycle and just look at it differently.
So it's like changing the way you are processing the information, like rather than, oh, it's happened to me, it happened for me instead. It happened
instead of being a victim.
Me. Yeah.
Right? Because we like to victimize, and then victims like victims, friends that are victimized, and then you see this gnarly look of life. And everybody's like, yeah, my life sucks too, and this sucks, and that sucks. And then all of a sudden you're in this like...
You're surrounded by people too who think the same thing.
And then what? Then it's really hard to actually shift out of that.
Yeah.
Because you're really drawn into it. It's very seductive. It's very seducing. It really wants you to stay right where you are. And that's your ego having full control.
Yeah.
And our next level is to have ego not dissipate, not go away in any means. It is to work be underneath God versus above God.
Yeah. So use your ego when you need it, is what you're saying.
Use it because that's your fear factor. That teaches you, like, don't jump off that cliff, though you are a cliff diver. Just a cliff jumper. Don't jump off that one that really can hurt you.
I have little ego. I'm just kidding.
Help me, God. No, you have a lot of adrenaline. It's like, adrenaline junkie, like my boys. But what you want to do is just, not put yourself in a position that you could be in harm. And that's what ego has always been there, like taking care of you, your survival mechanism.
Yeah.
So we're asking the survival mechanism to pare down and to look at it differently. And that's the thing is that, it's been working on survival and it's just like, hey man, I'm the boss. Listen to me. And it will make you different circumstances will happen when you try to go against that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the the idea that part of a lot of letting go is changing that perspective of the circumstance, the experience, which also will change your perspective of further experiences. So whenever stuff does happen, it's not like it didn't happen to you, it happened for you.
Right, you
So
have to
that's
look
good.
at things in a different eyes,
Yeah.
but to do that, you need trust.
Yeah.
So now we'll double back. A lot of us don't trust. We've had very bad experiences with the concept of God, either at the churches, the synagogues, wherever. You know, even in your own home, God said this, you don't do that, you'll be shunned, you'll be this, you'll be that, you know.
Yeah.
And that's not really the truth. They needed to instill fear in you as a child so that you don't actually
So that you obey. Right.
obey and don't get yourself in too much trouble, you know. Don't drop down that well that looks so enticing. It's really, really deep, you know, like, or don't, you know, don't climb up on an electrical mount, you know, thing
Yeah.
and get yourself electrocuted.
Right.
So they did instill a lot of fear in children in the beginning. That was Buster. So they did a lot of instilling fears. And that's the part where we're trying to double back. And we live as a 10-year-old. Our imprint period is from 0 to 5. That's the main imprint period. Who you are usually rules by the age of 10. So how you're going to be, how your thoughts are, your opinions, your concepts, all ruled by a 10-year-old. Even if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 years old, you're ruled by as if you were 10. Because that's when you soaked it all up.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of our traumas do happen in a very young age because we're very pure. We come in pure. And then, you know, how do we get our filters?
By our experiences.
By our experiences.
And we only know our experiences and how to process those through our parents. So there's the generational pass down.
Exactly. So then all of this stuff comes together. So now we got to look at that. And instead of going deep into it, like in psychology, they like you to dive into it and kind of go in it a lot. With the technique that I use, it's more clearing. So even if you get to see a picture of what it is, it's really, don't go into the emotion of it, but actually clear it. So be like, wow, okay, and look for the learning versus look for the pain.
Right.
Look for the learning. Go back, find the learning if you need to, or just clear. So in other words, if it's not neutral or loving, it's got to go.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot that can come up, and it doesn't come up all at once. It comes up slowly, like a peel of an onion. And the trust also is gathered like a peel of an onion.
Wow.
You know. So how long have we known each other?
3 years.
3 years. And you knew kinda that the process that you were going through, and that you'd come in and come out and come in and come out and come in and come out.
Yeah.
And you had to trust me.
Yeah.
And it took a while for you to trust.
Yeah.
Even getting here took you a while.
Yeah.
While you went through a lot of stuff just to get to the point that you trusted somebody or spirit to guide you towards that. And you fought that too.
Yeah. Because I didn't trust. That's hard. It's
hard
hard
for you.
to be like, to surrender. Here we're looking right in front of surrender. But it's hard to just let be, you know, let it go. And then all of our experiences and how we attach to them, that's hard to let go too, because that's what we know. You know, oh, we have to just not have to do anything, but we just let go of these experiences that for some reason we hold dear, even though it doesn't serve us, but that's what we know. So
But that's what you know.
you know, so change, it's tedious sometimes.
And it's small.
Yeah.
It's not the
little
big stuff.
No.
It's actually the little
Yeah.
stuff, the day-to-day,
That,
you know, that it's the little small triggers
that get stuck.
that get stuck in joints, it gets stuck, and I can always see when you get flustered, you just turn beet red. Flare your nostrils. And I go, okay. And then I let you,
happens.
yeah, and it happens, and it's a good thing. It's not something you want to run away from
No,
also.
or shove down.
Or shove
'cause
down.
That's what we do too sometimes, is just push it down, and then where does that get stuck?
Well, you make babies.
Oh,
Ooh,
No, yeah, we
you
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
push
give
them.
that to the babies.
No.
To the new
No.
babies and new beautiful spirit beings that are coming down to help us and create with us. We don't want to give them that. So that's another reason why, especially for the women, it's so important to clear, because we actually do have a womb and we do hold things there.
Yeah, it's
And
a big
those
pocket.
big pocket, and those that hold that in there asking, why am I not getting pregnant? That could be one reason, is that you're just chock full of crap. And so the clearing process will help you be able to see a different way and maybe be able to actually be fertile and get pregnant. But if you're a worry wart, that's very difficult, because you're just full and full and full. And I've done some work with people with fertilities, and it's worked in the past, where if you clear your stuff, then you're able to connect a little bit better, and then spirit gives you a gift. It's beautiful. It's not
Wow.
your time yet.
Nope. Nope. I was like, I don't know.
It's not for her. I'm not saying
No,
that for
this
her,
is
okay?
for you guys.
For all the other women, they're in their 30s plus, God bless you. Um, I know, I know what it's like to be a mom, and it's amazing, and it's the most amazing experience in the world, but it's also probably the hardest job in the whole wide world, is to be a mom. And God bless all you moms. The best that we know how to do is the
Thank
best
you, guys.
we don't know anything. We didn't get, every child comes down with their stuff and your stuff and all of your ancestors' stuff. So we really don't know the baggage that we're getting, and yet we have an idea of the baggage we're getting. So it's really interesting how life unfolds, and your children are the most beautiful teachers in the whole wide world. I mean, really, really, really the most beautiful teachers. So, kudos to all moms out there. And for dads, you guys also have a pocket, and for men, just for men, men have the most beautiful energy when they harness it, when they don't hide from it. The connection that you have within spirit, which is one that you need to work on, is not something that is given to you so easily, but it is one that if you connect towards that side, and you can be able to hold. And I know you guys can actually feel love, and you actually know that there's this energy within you that you can hold, and it's very, very fearful. And to be able to get to that space and being there is to be able to get to be vulnerable. And the vulnerability for men is a very scary area, because of the life that we live here, and a lot of women don't understand the beauty that the men have, and what they can hold, and then what they possess within themselves. And there's a really gorgeous flow between a man and woman energy working together simultaneously, as a king and as a queen. It's absolutely gorgeous when they're working so in sync together. It's gorgeous, because the men can hold the energy and the space for you, and then you gather and you bring it all together, and it's just this gorgeous unison of yin and yang. And it's something that I hope all men and women will experience in their life, that love of unison, of one. And again, that's trusting the universe that will bring you the right person in your life. That's trusting the universe. First and foremost, I say, marry the universe, marry
Yeah.
God, marry spirit. Get to know your higher self. Marry yourself. You're the most important. You're the reason why you're here.
That is true.
So if you get to that space where you can be so whole within yourself, then you're able to be able to hold a pedestal for another person to be whole within themselves, and still be separated. You're still holding your own, but you're able to give. You're able to give, rather than give and not receive, and not wonder why it doesn't go both ways. And normally that's the reason why. It's because you're just untanking your stuff onto them rather than your love, but you think it's love. It's a really kind of an interesting,
Illusion.
it is an illusion, isn't it? Perfect word. And it's a it's an illusion that you're loving that person, but for something, right? And then we end up meeting another person that's doing the same illusion. And then here you go. Everybody's in their own illusion trying to weave in. And it's like, oh, I don't want to take that from him and I don't want to take that from her. And next thing you know, it doesn't really work out because you guys are not whole within yourselves.
Mm-hmm. And you're looking for the missing pieces outside of yourself. And then that's where it kind of gets icky.
Yeah, it gets
because
icky.
What's the most cliche thing? Look within. You got to pull everything out from within. It's cliche, but it's true.
And then sometimes we meet guys that just help you stay with where you're at and you get comfortable.
Mm-hmm. And then you just right there.
Right back there in that circle, in that rat race versus in the clearing.
Yeah.
And that's where Mackenzie's at. That's where I'm always at that. I'm always clearing. I mean, I clear in the car, I clear everywhere. So I get this emotion that comes in through me and I'm like, ooh, that's not loving or neutral. That's got to go, and then I'm like, just breathe it through and I get my shivers and and I do my deep breathing and I let it out. And, and in the beginning, it's not so easy. I had a mentor for more than 10 years. I still have a mentor, Raquel. So I still have people that help me. So it's not something that you're supposed to do alone. It's something that you're supposed to have help and have guidance and just make sure that the person is really clear themselves. And that's the key thing because they can project their stuff onto you.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful
Very
about
careful.
that. But I mean, I think, was that answered your question?
That was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
Any other idea on that question?
I think we need to change shirts first.
We need to change shirts. No. Every now and then she says some wacky things. You don't know what's going to come out of her. God bless. That's Mackenzie. I call her Macintosh. That's what her new, after her, no, just for me, it's just Macintosh. So after the Denver show, quick little cute thing, I looked at her and I said, oh my God, she's just like a Macintosh. And I'm from the East Coast. And in the East Coast, we have Macintosh apples. And they're red and green. So they're a little bit sweet, have a little bit of tart, and always crispy.
Always crispy.
And always crispy. And that's Mackenzie. Macintosh. So she got that nickname from me. I mean, those are true good nicknames.
That's good. I'll keep that.
All right, so much love and blessing.
Much love. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
For everything.
We love you. Mwah.